If you use this strategy, it has the potential to improve the quality of your life in irreversible ways, and it will continue to do so for the rest of your life. The secret ranking system that ladies use for guys will be revealed to you. It is now one of the greatest myths of all time, and it has so thoroughly permeated the minds of so many men on the planet today that it is amazing how much more confident they are. One of the greatest myths of all time is the belief that one is not attractive enough. When most of us hear the word attractive, we immediately think of someone who has a better physical appearance. However, physical attractiveness is not the only factor that determines attractiveness. And you will be if you believe you are already very attractive to understand the hidden rating system that girls use for guys. When most of us hear the word attractive, we immediately think of someone with a superior physical appearance. To understand the grading system that guys use for girls, you must first understand the grading system that guys use for girls. Since as guys, we've been focusing on a girl's physical beauty. Furthermore, as harsh as it may sound, this is the primary premise we use to determine whether a girl is attractive to men. Although we care about other characteristics, such as physical attractiveness is the most important factor we consider when judging girls. Other considerations include ensuring that a female is not insane. At the end of the day, it's the physical appearance or attractiveness that gets us excited. This is because, as men, we use a system that is almost entirely based on physical appearances. You may believe that the same strategy applies to women, or that they will use the same system as we do. Both of these are possible incorrect lines of thought, because men tend to think in a more straightforward manner. Consider that men typically keep 1 or 2 items in the shower, whereas women typically keep 8 to 10. Women, on the other hand, use a completely different scoring system than men, which causes many men to become discouraged. Because the method is too complicated, the hidden rating system that girls use is based on an individual's overall appearance rather than a single quality, such as their level of physical attractiveness. This is why a man like Jeff Bezos, one of the wealthiest men in the world, may find his wife deserting him. At the same time, people who, by society's standards, are total losers may end up with exceptionally beautiful women, because consider a millionaire who is shy and lacking in self-confidence on the inside to have scored a total of 1 million points. If you compare this guy to someone who is bankrupt but has a lot of confidence, assertiveness, and a high social standing in his circle, you will notice that most girls consider the bankrupt guy to have a higher overall score or to be more appealing than the millionaire guys can tell. This is due to the bankrupt man's confidence, assertiveness, and high social standing in his circle. If a girl is attracted to them almost immediately when they look at her, usually within a second or two. So when we think about how attractive we are to women, we frequently assume that it all boils down to one factor, such as our physical beauty or good looks. Whether a girl is attracted to them almost immediately when they look at her, usually within a second or two, rating systems are kept a secret from girls. When a man's total score is ranked from highest to lowest, intangible qualities such as assertiveness, confidence, and power are rewarded. You won't be able to see how external factors like money, the car you drive, the house you live in, and the clothes you wear all contribute to your overall score until you meet the individual. However, no matter how important they are, they will never be as important as intangible qualities or capabilities. How many of us knew 1 or 2 of the party males who were physically unattractive but were seen as having a high social position because they were always hosting parties, and girls had a tendency to give them a higher total score when they combined some of their other positive characteristics when we were in high school? It becomes more interesting, however, when you realize that each female has a slightly different method of ranking men and women. If this is the case, then physical appearances may be the most important feature for one female, but not for another in situations where they are unimportant. For example, some young women may not care about their financial situation or their appearance, and instead prioritize furthering their education. Or they may give their level of confidence the highest possible score. To win in the system, a man only needs to show a woman that he has a higher overall score than she does. It is important to remember, however, that as humans, we seek partners who we believe are within our grasp. This is due to the fact that men prefer to date down while women prefer to date up. As a result, we generally select people with scores comparable to our own. As a result, you should avoid people who are either extremely high or extremely low in the ranking system when compared to your own score. What does this mean for men who aren't particularly physically attractive or who are regarded as average by the vast majority of women? To help us, please watch this video. Please subscribe and send this video to anybody you think will benefit from it the most.